let's just move on further towards the question number 2. It says that if the points 3, 4 lies on the graph of the equation 3y is equal to ax plus 7, then find the value of a. So first of all, if it says that the point is lying on the graph, so if it is lying on the graph, then it will satisfy the equation of the graph. So it means that 3, 4 is actually satisfying the equation 3y is equal to ax plus of 7. So first of all, let's just start the solution of this particular equation as we can say that if the point 3, 4 is lying on the graph, then it will satisfy the equation of the graph. Then it will satisfy the equation of the graph. So if it is satisfying the equation of the graph, it means that we can substitute the value 3, 4 in the equation in order to get the value of a. So let us suppose if we are substituting 3, 4, as we know that x is 3 and y is 4. So let's just substitute x as 3 and y as 4 in the equation. So we have the equation as 3y is equal to ax plus 7. Let's just substitute x as 3 and y as 4 in this particular equation. So we are getting 3 into 4, which is nothing but is equal to a into x. X is 3 plus of 7. So the equation will be 3 into 4 is nothing but 12, which is equal to 3a plus 7. So let us suppose if I am writing it as 3a plus 7 is equal to 12, means 3a is equal to 12 minus of 7, and 12 minus 7 is nothing but 5. It implies the value of a, that is 3, is equal to 5, and hence at the end the value of a is coming out to be equal to 5 by 3. So this is nothing but the answer. This is nothing but the answer for this particular question, that the value of a is actually coming out to be equal to 5 by 3. Because if the point is lying on the graph, then it will satisfy the equation of the graph. Or let us suppose if we have the equation as 3y is equal to ax plus 7. So any point that is lying on the line 3y is equal to ax plus 7, then it will satisfy the equation of this equation, that is 3y is equal to ax plus 7. So if x is 3 and y is 4, so we have substituted y as 4 over here and x as 3 over here, and after solving all this equation, we are getting the value as a is equal to 5 by 3 at the end. So this is all about the question number 2. I hope the steps related with this particular question is all clear to you. So let's just move on further towards the question number 3. The question number 3 says that the taxi fare in a city is as follows. It says the taxi fare in a city is as follows. It says for the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8. So for the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8 to travel in a taxi, and for the subsequent distance, it is rupees 5 per kilometer. Okay, further it says taking the distance covered as x kilometer and the total fare as y, write a linear equation for this information and draw its graph. So first of all, we have to write the linear equation for this information, and then we have to draw the graph of it. So let us suppose we will start with generating the linear equation for this particular information. So first of all, as per the question, we have to take the distance covered as x kilometer. So let us suppose if we are starting the solution of this particular question as, let if we are taking as per the question or according to question, let the total distance covered be x kilometers. Let the total distance covered be x kilometers, and moreover let the total fare related with it be rupees y. B rupees Y. So as per the question, it says the fare for the first kilometer. The fare for the first kilometer is rupees 8. The fare for the first kilometer is rupees 8, and further the subsequent distance would be x minus of 1, because we already know about the fare for the first kilometer and we just wanted to conclude the fare for the subsequent distance. So as we can see, for the very first kilometer we have to give the fare as rupees 8. So the subsequent distance would be x minus 1, because the total distance covered is nothing but x kilometer. So the subsequent distance is x minus 1, implies the fare for the subsequent distance. The fare for the subsequent distance would be nothing but rupees 5 into x minus 1. It would be rupees 5 into x minus 1, because as per the question it says for the subsequent distance it is rupees 5 per kilometer. So if the subsequent distance is x minus 1 kilometer, then the fare for the subsequent distance would be nothing but rupees 5 into x minus 1. Now let's just take all these information all together in order to generate the linear equation. Now the total fare is nothing but is equal to the fare for the first kilometer plus the subsequent fare, or the fare for the subsequent kilometers. So it would be is equal to the total fare we have taken as nothing but y. The total fare is nothing but y, which is equal to the fare for the first kilometer. For the first kilometer the fare is nothing but rupees 8 plus the fare for the subsequent kilometers. The fare for the subsequent kilometer is actually nothing but 5 into x minus 1. So it is 5 into x minus of 1. So this is nothing but the linear equation that we have generated from this particular information. So let's just solve it. So we have y is nothing but is equal to 8 plus 5 into x minus 1, means we have to multiply 5 with the x first and then 5 with 1 first. Then it should be 5 of x minus of 5, and further we can write this equation as y is equal to 5x. 8 minus of 5 is nothing but 3. So this equation is nothing but y is equal to 5x plus of 3. This is nothing but the linear equation for this particular information. Now using this particular linear equation, we will draw the graph of this information. So I hope the steps related with generating the linear equation for this information is all clear to you. Now let's just move on further towards drawing its graph. So we have concluded that the equation that we are getting from the information is actually nothing but y is equal to 5x plus of 3. Now we just have to plot the graph of this particular linear equation in two variables. So let's just take the solutions for this particular linear equation in two variables. By taking the different values of x, you will get the different values of y. So let us suppose if we are taking x as 0 and y as 3. Let's just substitute x as 0 in this particular information and you will get y as nothing but is equal to 3. So let us suppose if I am taking x as 0 over here, I am getting the equation or the value of y as nothing but 5 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 3 is nothing but 3. So for x being 0, y is nothing but 3. Moreover again, for x being 1, y is coming out to be is equal to 5 into 1 plus of 3, which is nothing but y is equal to 5 plus 3, which is coming out to be is equal to 8. It means for the value of x is equal to 0, we are getting y as 3. For x being 0, we are getting y as 3. For x being 1, we are getting y as nothing but 8. So these are my 2 points which I will plot on the graph in order to get the graph of this linear equation in two variables. So let us suppose we are taking our Cartesian plane and let's just plot the point 0, 3 and 1, 8. First of all, 1, 8 is actually x is 1, y is 8, and further x 0, y 3 means the point which is lying lying on the y-axis. So first of all, we are taking 1, 8 at this particular point. 1x being 1 over here, y being 8. So this is the point 1, 8. Further, 0, 3 means this particular point. This point is nothing but 0, 3. Let's just join all these points together. So this is nothing but the straight line which is actually representing y is equal to 5x plus 3. So this is the graph of the information that is given to us related with the taxi fare. I hope the solution and the graph of this particular question is all clear to you.